We're in the Spruce Mountains today, building a cozy little lookout tower. I'll walk you through it step by step, block by block, so you can build along easily. So, go ahead, grab your materials, and let's get started. Okay, to start out with, we're going to be laying down our foundation. Let's clear ourselves a nice circular area here. These middle gaps are 5 wide. And now we have a foundation to work from. We're going to start on the flooring. And now starting on the pillars, we're going to build up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will be 10 blocks in total. And from here, we're going to detail our wall to have a mossy gradient slowly transitioning into pure stone. You can generally do this however you like, but if you want to follow along perfectly as I do, you can do that as well. And where we've left a gap for the window here, we're going to make a little bit of an overhang. Inside the window will be blue stained glass and light blue stained glass. So we have a 2-high window there. On the back will be the same. And as well on the back window, they will actually be higher up as well. This is to account for the staircase that will eventually wrap around the whole build. On what I am calling the front of the build, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be, there will be a 1 window here, which is just 1 wide like this. It isn't really for window's sake, it's more to let light filter in, especially if you have shaders. Having extra light inside this little room is definitely a must. We shall fill in the corners. And finally, this wall will be a doorway. Now starting from here, we're going to go up again, and that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we'll add 1 more layer to fill in the gaps here. And then from there, especially on the corners, we're actually going to come in by 1. So we're going to have a 2 wide corner like this. And that will go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in total. We fill in the walls. This one here will be a door. For the window, we're going to put that in now. This is to the left of the previous door. So like on the previous layers, it's just going to have an overhang of spruce like this, as well as a small little flower basket on top like this. And the other 2 will be nothing. Now we're going to go to the corners again, and we're going to go in by 1, and we're going to build up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now on top of the remaining stone, we'll do 2 slabs and a stair, like that. And then we go in by 1, and we'll start on the smooth sandstone. We have a stair, block, 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 stair. So 3 blocks in the middle and stairs on the outside. Then 3 more in the remaining middle. but then we go in by 1 on the outsides. So it should look like this. Then from here, we're going to continue to go up. And then once we reach here, we're going to have the stairs go out 1 again. So in the middle, there should be a 4 wide gap. I've also left a space 1 block above the stone here for a window. 1 more layer on top like this. And then from here, we're going to grab our stone again, and we're going to do a little bit of decoration here. So 2 upside down stairs, 1 upside down in the middle, 2 blocks, 2 stairs facing into each other, a slab in the middle, a chiseled stone brick, 2 more slabs, and 2 stairs going into a block. And we should end up with something looking like this. And we'll do that 3 more times. And now we'll start on the sandstone again. So we're going to do corner pieces like this. You can ignore that gap at the back. It is for a door later, but that is unimportant right now. We'll then come up by 1, like this, on the corners. Put 1 sandstone on top of the pillar. And then we're going to have stairs facing outwards here. 5 more blocks on top. Another layer on top of that, but it goes in 1 more, like this. And finally, on top of that, we have a layer that will connect all together. So that is the sandstone done, but we also need to do the stonework. So starting back down here, we'll have 2 blocks, 1 block, 2 block, 3 block. We'll have a stair here, then 2 more blocks on top of that. I'll repeat for this side. 2, 1, 2, 3. Down 1. Stair, 2 blocks. We'll fill in the top here. And underneath there's also 2 blocks here. The window has a pattern of half blue and half light blue. And finally on the corners we've got a wall and a full block with a lantern underneath. And this design can be repeated on all of the corners. And for the final layer, we're going to start with a chiseled piece in the middle, a single block, and then a slab. On the corners we have smooth sandstone and then some stairs going into them. And for our floor, we're going to be doing an outline of the spruce stripped logs. And then the inside should be filled with the planks. From here, we're going to take our smooth sandstone and go up 1 layer on the corners. And then the stone is going to go out by 1 like this. So it should look something like this. So it's 7 wide on the outside, it goes in by 2, then 2 again, then 7. On the inside, we're going to have stairs going outwards. We'll have more sandstone going up here, as well as stairs going into it. And then from this block here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to have stairs going outwards. We're going to have 3 on the corner like this. If we go to the inside, we'll have 2 stairs going out. Then we'll have block, block, and then another stair. Block, block, stair. So your corner piece should look like this. And then we'll repeat that on all corners. On this next layer, we'll have a slab on the main pillar here. And then we'll have a main block going up starting here, 1 in the middle, 1, 2, and 3 on the sides. And then while missing the middle, we'll have 4 blocks here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should look like that. Repeat that. we'll have a thin layer of blocks going around the outside. On the inside, we're going to have slab, slab, slab. And then on the middle bit, we're going to have 2 stairs facing inwards. Now we'll do another ring. This time a stair will be upside down in the middle. Go up another layer and do another ring. From the middle, we'll have a stair facing inwards, a block, and then a stair facing outwards. So stair inwards, block, then upside down stair facing outwards. We'll go up another layer for another ring. But this time, we're going to actually bring it in a little bit. So on the corners, we're going to go in and have a 3 blocks here like this. On the very corners, you'll have 2 stairs. So it should look something like this once it's done. On the insides, go up another stair. Another block. And then another stair. And on the inside here, we'll have a slab. And then one more layer, we'll have 4 stairs like this and a block in the middle. And along the outside, we're going to do another ring, but it's different this time. So we go 3, in, 2, and then 1. So again, it's 3, 2, and a 1. And again, it's going to change one more time. So we're actually going to go in by 1 and we'll place blocks here like this. And this will be 5 wide. So as you should see, it should look something like that. And then we'll go in by 1 more and have a corner of 2 like this. And then we'll of course have the 5 again here. So the 2 measurements we need here are 5 blocks and 2 blocks. So it should look like that. And one more time, we're going to go in by 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, and you should be able to get the gist of that now. One more layer, again going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the corners, we'll have blocks as well, like this. And finally, this is the final layer, 1, 2, 3. And then we just need to fill all this in like this. Now, this looks pretty weird right now. So now we're going to fill it in with wood and have like a nice little bit on the outside of it. Let's come down to the middle and place a block of wood here. Underneath is going to be a stairs. And on the side, we're going to have 2 stairs going out. 2 stairs on top of that going out. 2 blocks. A stair underneath. In the middle up here, we're going to have a fence post. A block on top of that with 1 on the side as well. 2 stairs going inwards. 2 slabs on top with a block. And then from there, we're going to go 1 up 1 block. A stair, a block, a stair, a block, a stair, 2 slabs, and a block. And that finishes one side of our decorations. Let's do the flat surfaces first, so let's repeat that. Now what's left is the corner. We're going to come here and we'll do 2 stairs like that, a slab in the middle, a fence on top of that, 1 more slab, and 2 more stairs. Now we'll repeat that around the whole place. And for a finishing touch on the inside, we're going to have a chain and a lantern. And to stop mob spawning, you should probably put liking on these blocks here. This is the 3rd layer down from the top. And it will be across the whole build, but we're going to finally put some bushes on here. So we're going to have a little bit of azalea trickling down the outside. Like this. If you want to copy me exactly, you can see it right there. Let me come around here. We'll do some more here. We don't want to have too much. Some more on the back over here. There we go. We don't want to overload this place. And on the underside of the wood, we're going to now do 2 chains and lanterns here in these little gaps. And from here, let's do another layer of wood. So on the bottom layer here, we're going to start off with a stairs like this. We'll have a slab on top of that. 2 stairs facing inwards. On top, we'll have 2 stairs facing outwards. A trapdoor in the middle. We'll then have a slab. Then underneath that, we'll have a stair and another trapdoor. So it should look like this. A stair in the middle, a fence there, and 2 slabs like this. And that will be all you need. So we'll rinse and repeat on these corners here. And from here, where the azalea bush goes down further, we're going to bring it even further down so it starts to wrap around the whole building itself. Just to about there, where that window finishes. And on the back of the building, where I didn't have one on the roof, we're actually going to put some azalea sprouting from the inside instead. So it will come around like this, just wrapping around this pillar. We'll have it overhang a bit on the back here, as well as start to spiral around the build itself. Okay, it's time for us to put our staircase in here. It doesn't have to be exact, the main point is just to get from point A to point B, so as long as you can make it connect, it will work just fine. And now we have a ring of wood going around the entire build. This is our staircase. And now on top of the mud pillars, we're going to be adding mud slabs. This will be our railing. A doorway goes at the very top of the stairway. And on this one corner here, we're going to have a chimney sprout. So we will use granite, bricks, and polished granite. Just follow along of how I'm placing the blocks here. And now let's go to the bottom again. We're going to be starting to add some more decoration to this place, which includes the azalea leaves. So underneath the entire staircase, I am going to be placing, first of all, support beams like this. And with those, we're going to have azalea leaves going along the underside like this. When I place these, it's mostly random with a bit hanging down as well. Now the support beams themselves are made of oak wood instead of the normal darker colours I've been using, and that is because once we get to this bit here, I actually want to put a beehive on this one, and I feel like the supports work better with the beehives with the colour they are. A beehive there. And then this should connect up to what I was doing earlier here. And now on top of here, we're also going to be placing more lanterns. So we'll do chain, chain, lantern. I'm going to continue that going down. And now arguably one of the most important parts will be the inside, where we have to make it look as cozy as possible. So first of all, let's start off with the basement. And on top of that layer, we'll start the second floor. I'll be having chiseled bookshelves with the stripped oak across the middle like this. Inside the pots you can put whatever you want, but here are some of my favourite ones that I like to do. In the floor, I'm going to put a firefly bush. We'll fill up these empty bookshelves we've got. And that is our library done. Moving on to the next room. This will be the main hub where I'll have chests, furnace and crafting areas, as well as a fireplace. We're going to add a carpet that's a bit messy, but also using moss as well as green carpet. But hopefully you followed that along to some degree. This is probably my favorite spot in the entire build. I just love this room to pieces. But without further ado, let's move up to the second floor, which is almost directly connected to this one. And up here, we're going to have more chests. So first, let's put in our carpet, because we're going to have another carpet. And then on the corners, we're going to have wood like this. But not on this corner here. So the door is to our left. And then to the right, we're going to have a stair here. And then break 3 blocks like that. We'll have trapdoors along the side like this. But from here, let's do our chest room. For the ceiling, we're going to be going with oak with the same design I've used for the rest of the build. We'll add some lanterns onto the inside like this. And if you need some more lighting in here, we will add glow lighting onto the sides of these pillars a bit like this. And there we have it. This will be our main chest room here, where we can get a bit more of the bulk of the supplies in here. But it's time to start on one of my favorite pieces, which will be the staircase that goes on the outside, and it's a smaller one this time. And we're going to start to build our staircase out like this. And that'll be how we connect these two floors. Right here, we're going to replace this with a piece of log as well, so it fits better. And then underneath this staircase, we're also going to have some more leaves. Like that, as well as a hanging lamp. We'll have 3 more here like this. Now, the reason I've got these trapdoors here is so we can get through here pretty easily. If they weren't there, we'd constantly start getting stuck on this block here, which is kind of annoying. So with these here, you can kind of just like push against this and get through it pretty easily. Now for this room, I designated it as a bedroom. So we're going to have another flooring in here. We'll have the bed here. Signposts on the side. And finally on top, we're going to have campfires. On the sides, we're going to have 2 banners like this, green ones. And here is my cozy bed with a nice canopy. On the side here, we're going to break this block right here, and then we're going to be making a ladder to go up to the top. And now that we're finally here, let's do our middle bit here. Now this build is originally an outpost, so I wanted to have a map at the top on a big table like this, where we can constantly look at and plan our explorations. We'll also have a carpet going around the outside of it. Let's go around and add a bunch of pots to make this area look nice and overgrown. We shall fill up these plant pots. And in the middle, we're going to have some chained lanterns coming down from the top. Not all of them are the same height, so if you look at them like this, you can see I've kind of differentiated them a little bit. Up here as well, we're going to have some cartography tables, some barrels, as well as some chests. In the middle, we're going to have our item frames. And that is where we are on the map. Now, I think we could actually fill this in so you can kind of get a better idea of what this is going to look like. And there we have it. We got a map of our area that we've got here. So now we can plan maybe where we're going to expand out our base in the future. I really like this. And for one final touch, which isn't necessary, but I really do like it, is a happy gas docking station attached to the very top of the tower to fuel our exploration. We're going to be going from the top here out by 3 using slabs. We'll have a trapdoor here, another trapdoor facing inwards like this. You'll probably have to put a block underneath to get this. We'll have another one here. And then we'll repeat that on this side. So it should look something like this. And then on the underside here, we're going to break this one stair here. We're going to grab our blocks. I'm going to go down by 3. So 3 logs there, an upside down stair. 2 slabs, and that will be what it finishes off like. Now this may look a little bit strange as of now while it's empty, but if we get a happy guest, if we want to get a happy guest in here, we'll open up these 2 here. We'll get our happy guest, and now let's go up. Now, as long as we line it up right, we should be able to slot him right into here. Like this. We can then close the trapdoors like here. And we should be able to get off and leave him stranded like that. He's perfectly captured right in here, so he'll never go anywhere. And look how nicely he fits in there. He's so cute. And finally on top, we have the flag. I'll build the pole and then you can follow along for the wall. So 2 walls, 2 fences, piece of wool, piece of fence, piece of wool, a fence, and then a light. Now I think it'll be more intuitive to just follow along me placing these. And there we have it. This is our cozy exploration outpost. And if you guys do end up building this, you can send it in my Discord server because I'd always love to see stuff like that. But that'll be all from me, and I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.